Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Treya Tarot. This is the collective reading from Monday, September 16th, 2024. I'm using the Darkwood Tarot today by Sasha. I've already shuffled the deck and I'm just going to cut to get started. If you like these readings and if you want to keep aware of when I upload a new video, please like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. And let's get started. Eight of Pentacles. The work. Eight of Swords. Self-inflicted restrictions. And the Magician. Oh, interesting start to the week, I have to say. All right, so the Eight of Pentacles is a card of what you dedicate yourself to. So that which you do for the work. You know, what you're working on, what you're manifesting, what you're trying to complete. And then the Eight of Swords is this experience of the mental restrictions we tend to put on ourselves. I mean, sometimes that'll come up if there's a physical restriction, but most of the time it's mental. So the ideas that keep us bound to old ways of being and working. And then the Magician being the manifester that channels the divine truth down into physical form. Okay, so these two, the Eight of Pentacles and the Magician, right off the bat, tell me that there's something being created here, and that the only thing in the way of that is the mental restriction that we put on ourselves. The Eight of Cups, leaving something behind. Four of Cups, disillusionment. The Knight of Wands. Okay, so it's possible that there is either a pattern that's being left behind that has always been part of, how do I say this? It's the Eight of Swords there is saying to me that either a fantasy is being left behind, either a physical situation or relationship is being left behind because of a truth that becomes available, or you're leaving behind a particular way or a particular interplay within us that makes us think that the restriction is how we're doing the work. So there's some feelings here about being set free. That Knight of Wands energy is like fast moving towards something passionate and exciting. You know, also the bottom of the deck is the Ten of Cups, which I think is kind of significant because it feels to me like there's a misunderstanding or a miscomprehension here of us possibly thinking something leads to an end that we want when it doesn't. But that something that I'm referencing is actually a belief system within us. So it's like a belief system that we hold that we think is going to get us to a place is actually not the thing. And so we've dedicated all of this work to this process or this way of being, thinking it was going to get us to the end that we most wanted, when it's actually the thing we need to be freed from, or we need to free ourselves from. With that Magician, there's a very empowered participation quality here. So it's like anything that you've been doing, anything restrictive or too controlled, that you've been doing thinking it would get you to the next place may be the thing you're leaving behind. So there's definitely feelings of freedom here. That Four of Cups tells me that it's freedom related to a dream that never manifested or never came into being. The Four of Swords, letting something rest. Three of Swords, seeing past a heartbreak. Okay, so yes, it could imply that there's more heartbreak involved, but so for me, because of the rest of the cards, anything heartbreaking or hurtful that might happen upcoming seems to be something that highlights how we get past it. With that Four of Swords, letting a heartbreak rest. So even though this seems like it might be difficult or painful, the interplay between these two cards is actually really good. It's like, I have to see past this. I have to let this go now. I cannot live with this, carrying this heartbreak anymore. and the High Priestess. The High Priestess gets in touch with that divine reality. And the thing about that High Priestess is that she knows it. She walks with it. So even though this doesn't look comfortable, this reading, this doesn't look comfortable to me, but it does look freeing. It does look profoundly deepening. And it may get us quite a bit closer to the reality of the thing that we think or we thought we were working on. It's almost as though pushing through this moment, this experience, gets us to this reawakening experience. Well, at least that's how the story reads to me. Okay, 3 to cap off. 3 of Wands, the Emperor, and the Page of Wands. Okay, so yeah, there's a new beginning coming, and this may be a collective on a level that I could see this happening on a big scale. So it's possible that there's a restructuring that might happen collectively as well, surrounding our belief system on how we get things done, but specifically how we make choices in the world that reflect our actual goals, as opposed to any like sunk cost fallacy kind of stuff, where we think, well, we've put in all this work, we might as well keep going. You know, that's ending. The 3 of Wands, with that going out and getting, you know, not waiting for it to come to you, but going out and doing it. Okay. The Emperor, I think the Emperor may signify a person for some people, but they may also signify that energy of the accumulation of every lesson you've learned. So this may be almost like the final boss moment where you win kind of deal. It feels like there's accumulation here. And we've finally got to the end of the video game that we were invested in before. And that Page of Wands, so close to the Knight of Wands, it's just rethinking. It's like, okay, what do I do now that I have all of this new energy? What do I do now with all of this new information? What can I create now? But it's a perspective that's informed by the wisdom of the Emperor and the knowledge that you have to go out and do the work. That Page, or that 3 of Wands, you actually have to go out and do it. You have to go out and get it. And that's okay. Because whatever it is, it's very much, the dream is right. It's not that the dream is wrong. I know the 4 of Cups is there. It's not that the dream is impossible. It's that there's a belief system in the way of the dream. And we are currently in the process of getting rid of that belief system through action and intention, but mostly action. So if there's something that you need to get done, this is a good influence to get past any hangups and get it done. But this feels kind of profound to me, like that moment when you realize that the reality of the thing is real and complex and multi-layered instead of idealized. This is the part where we choose real life. So, interesting. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and I hope you have a good day. Bye.